Welcome back, Hallmark Hot Takers, to episode 19 of season 5 of Hallmark Hot Takes with Heidi and Jason, where we watch, rate, and review all of the countdown to Christmas movies from the Hallmark Channel.
Candy
Explain
canes.
the rating system.
Candy canes, baby. Half candy cane to 5 candy canes. Add them together to get a score out of possibly 10 candy canes.
All right. Well, that's based on how much we liked or disliked this movie.
Yes.
But this is episode 19, which means we are past the halfway mark.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah, it was a long time.
We're what, 12 left?
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds right. It sounds like a lot still, but anyhow.
Much less than 19.
Yes. Well, not much less, but less. All right. So tonight's offering was Debbie Macomber's Joyful Mrs. Miracle, starring Rachel Boston, Tanner Novlan, and a bunch of other people whose names I'm not going to say because it's a lot. But meet the rapid recap. I was getting there.
You were not.
No, I wasn't. All right. Meet the heirs to the Morehouse fortune, Charlotte, Benedict, and Henry, who are 3 siblings who don't get along so well. And they come to the Morehouse estate after their grandmother, the matriarch, passes away, leaving them to decide as a unanimous front who will take her seat on the board of the company that she ran. They all think it should be them. Meanwhile, the trip home reunites Charlotte with her high school love, Austin, who they broke up when she went to college and he joined the Navy, and she got married and had a kid, but then the dad left, so now she's back with her son, and they sort of rekindle their romance, and you learn more about the family. Charlotte is an attorney. Benedict was living in London with his girlfriend, and he comes home. And Henry is sort of the black sheep derelict in with the mafia, own money to some shady individuals.
Yeah.
Well, the siblings all reunite and sparks fly, and then they kind of do some family things together and enter Annie Merkle, who is a Mary Poppins angel-ish kind of person who kind of helps steer these petulant siblings towards reconciliation. And they all decide at the end that they're not going to appoint one of them to the board. They're going to expand the board, so all 3 of them can be on the board, and we think pay off the mafia guys who come calling. And Charlotte and Austin rekindle their romance and go off to Equine University together. And everybody's happy, and Mrs. Merkle leaves in the caddy, and that is Debbie Macomber's Joyful Mrs.
Great job.
Miracle.
Great job.
Thank you.
You want to review this now?
I do. Okay.
Review it.
Review time. Where are we going?
Likes.
Oh.
What do you think?
No, I agree.
No, do you agree
No,
or dislike?
I agree with you, unfortunately.
Okay.
The likes.
Merkle.
The best concrete guy in Jersey.
Yeah.
That was the quote from Henry to the mob guy he was talking to, the shady dude he owed money to. He said he was the best concrete guy in Jersey.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like the mob. That was actually good.
That was a good touch. It was just very anticlimactic.
Oh, yes, but at least it was
something.
something.
It was something to spice up this movie a little bit. I don't think I've ever seen like an actual mob, like Breaking Bones reference in a Hallmark movie.
I know. So I liked it.
I thought the scene where Henry was reminiscing and he reminisced about how his dad used to name snowmen after literary characters was kind of fun. Okay. Grandpa's Bible?
Yeah, good Bible.
I like a good Bible.
What about Mrs. Merkle's car?
Mrs. Merkle's car was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Which was an exact replica of their parents' car that they had growing up.
Magic.
I liked the quote, "Loneliness is not a lack of company, it is a lack of purpose." I thought that was a great quote.
I like the one where she said that people are either a lesson or a blessing.
A lesson or a blessing.
In your life.
Yeah.
And you just got to figure it out.
I liked Portia and Benedict. And
okay.
This was kind of goofy. So the kid, Code Man, he could kind of see that Annie was an angel, and whenever they had him looking at her, like she was a little bit blurry. So I thought that was kind of like a nice touch.
He sees dead people.
I don't think she's dead.
She's an angel.
Those are my likes. What else you got? That don't mean she's dead.
That was it. There's very little romance in this.
Well, that brings us to the dislikes.
Oh, good God! Are you ready for dislikes?
Because,
I think we're good. I just make sure.
I mean, do you have any more likes?
Nah, I mean you covered it.
Like, I took all your things.
Merkle's car.
Oh, you liked when they sang in the car.
I did. I liked when they sang in the car as a family.
Siblings singing.
Yeah, that was nice.
I would never do that to my brothers. Maybe my sisters.
Yeah, you would sing Metallica with your brothers.
Oh, maybe, but not Jingle Bells. Like that would be weird.
I'm just saying.
Maybe a Metallica, possibly.
All right. What about the bad? Because there's a lot.
Didn't like Cody. Sorry, kid. Didn't like him.
No.
So Charlotte's eyeshadow.
Whoa.
So distracting. Made her look like the Joker at the beginning of this movie.
Thankfully,
they toned it down as the movie went on, but at the beginning of this movie, she was definitely giving out some Joker vibes.
She was a lady of the night.
I don't think she was that, but she...
It's a lot.
Like
a lot.
The thing I didn't like about Annie Merkle, and the problem with her in this movie is the whole movie she only spoke in catchphrases.
Yeah.
And it was very annoying. Like, say a real sentence that isn't, oh, life is full of lessons, and it's always darkest before the dawn, and all this, like, every
life
single
is like
thing
a box of chocolates.
out of her mouth was a catchphrase, and it was very trite. I didn't like it.
I'm glad that Austin was there just to be the friend zone loser who never found love after.
Right.
And
that didn't make any sense.
And he didn't care. Like, he had no emotion in those whatsoever.
No.
Like,
and that's what this movie made no sense, because in the beginning of the movie they showed young Austin and Charlotte as high schoolers pledging their love to each other for all eternity. And then Austin's dad pulls him aside and says, it's never going to work out. Our kind don't mix with their kind, because Austin was like, Dad worked for the house, for the Morehouses. So, but clearly, so he goes into the military, they break up. But clearly, the grandma loved Austin because she made him the executor of her estate, for God's sake.
Took care of the dad when he was sick.
So why would the grandmother have objected to them being together? That they had to break up in the first place.
This would have made more sense if it had a royal touch to it, but it was like
it was so
regular
stupid.
people.
It was
like,
just regular people.
I don't believe it.
And it was like 2006. It's not like we were talking like 1924 or
what the hell was up with the horse therapy crap? Like, where did that come from?
Equine University. There's a whole university dedicated to horse therapy.
Like, what?
Listen.
And it was like a huge deal in his life. Like, he had to do this. Like, he couldn't not do it for Charlotte. He's like, no, this is my purpose.
I'm not going to stay for you, even though I gave you up 20 years ago, and I've regretted it ever since, and I've never fallen in love with anybody else.
But I gotta go to...
This is my only chance to go to horse therapy school. Listen, I think that animal therapy is great, and I know that people benefit from it. But the whole thing was
But it was a little much for this movie.
Really laid it on real thick with he literally has been around horses his entire life. I thought that was so stupid.
Did he really not ask Portia's dad for his hand in marriage? What is wrong with these movies?
Portia's dad's probably dead. The Equine Academy of Maine. The problem also with Austin was that he was just like a weird side character, because he didn't really have anything to do. Most of the movie was him just standing around in the background while the siblings bickered with one another.
Or
it was so weird.
Sent on random trips by the Merkle.
Right, to go get chestnuts.
Yeah, he was such in the zone, though. This poor loser. He's been waiting for her to come home.
Right. You gotta move on.
He never moved on. Like, loser.
Cody going missing. Of course. Where do you think he was, Jay?
Right, he's in the
Was he out trolling for drugs? Was he
If
face down in a
He
pond?
was hanging out with his uncle Henry. He might
Right,
be.
he was probably clipping fingers for the mob. No, he was at the freaking stables like everybody knew where he was. It was like this big freaking crisis. We can't find Cody. Of course he's at the stables.
That's the first place that anyone would have looked.
Right.
Right.
I don't understand. Oh, I'm not done.
I don't think he could be.
Why does Henry have to have a board seat in order to pay back the mob? There is literally thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of art and sculptures and crap that they're gonna auction off. That's going to then go to the siblings because they're the sole heirs. So why is it such a big deal for him to have a board seat in order to pay off his...
Henry was the least qualified. Like, it was amazing that the board was unanimous in that.
Right,
like,
he got fired from the company.
But like the other one was very he was very professional, and he was, but Henry is just a bum. Like, and he didn't really change. It wasn't like
trying to be a better man.
Right, so he gets a board seat. That's great for all those other people on the board. This loser nepotism crap.
I didn't understand why Austin had to leave to go to the horse school on Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
Who's like, yeah, come to our school on Christmas Eve because we're open. Right. Stop it.
Right, like they start the semester or whatever on the 2nd. So like, just go after. Like, go on the 26th.
Is it so, like, if you don't do it today, you're never going to do it? You can't spend it.
Horse school is a big deal.
It's very demanding.
Maine horse therapy school is pretty exclusive.
Well, and they made it think like it was a school to train therapists, but it's actually a school because now what's his name's going to go there? Cody's going to go there for his anxiety.
Right.
It was a very strange movie.
I don't think they needed to go there. Like, they could have just stayed where they were.
Why don't they just stay where they are at the estate?
With the horses.
Where she's admitted that she's felt home and happy.
And just sell a bunch of crap so the brothers have the money so you could have the house and be done with this.
Right. It didn't make any sense. This movie was...
so bizarre. I wrote, it's odd. It's weird.
I thought I was going to like it more because the focus was more on the siblings. And I would have liked that. But even like their bickering back and forth, I don't know. I guess I compare it to the Three Wiser Men, like where they're, and it's funny and it's natural and this just felt very forced.
Let's candy cane this.
I want you to go first.
Half candy cane.
Whoa!
I hate this thing.
Hated it?
This thing was absolute trash central.
Wow.
Like, I did
Rachel Boston doesn't even get anything from you, huh?
No, I just didn't, like, I didn't get it. This might not have been for me. Like, I just didn't get it. I was bored. Time stopped.
All right, I'm not going to send it to hell. Only because I actually like... No, listen. No. I liked that the premise was slightly different and that it was more focused on the siblings. And I kind of, until the end, really liked this mob angle. I thought it added a little bit of flair to an otherwise boring movie because Henry was the only interesting character in this movie. Even though I liked Portia and Benedict. But this movie's still bad. But it's a 1.
1.
It's not good. But I can't send it to
and
her.
a half candy canes.
It's
by the grace of Heidi's
by the
rating,
grace of the mob.
You got
And the best concrete guy in Jersey saved this movie from hell.
You got an extra half.
Isn't that ironic that the mob guy saved us from hell?
Yeah, this.
Wow, that is ironic.
Yeah, that was horrible.
It was bad.
Yes.
I really expected better from Rachel Boston.
Yeah, so you got.
And the freaking Liberty Mutual guy.
That poor.
I went to bat for him last year. And he did me dirty this movie.
They did him dirty. They gave him a shit part.
It's just, seriously, it was like, hi, my name is Austin, and I love you, and I'm going to stand in the background for an hour and a half while you fight with your siblings.
I love horses.
Horses are cool. I'm going to go to horse school. It's just not. It wasn't good. No. I'm talking myself into changing my rating.
No,
let's
quit before that.
1.5.
All right. Hey, Hyde, what's next? Hopefully better than the last one.
Well, Jay, I don't think it could get very much worse, but A 90s Christmas is next, and I'm very excited about this one because my dude Chandler Massey's in this movie and Ava Bourne. So when workaholic lawyer Lucy Miller is celebrating her promotion alone on Christmas Eve like a loser, when a mysterious rideshare experience transports her back to 1999,
Yes.
she relives the holiday with her mom, sister, and best friend and her high school crush. And she gets to figure out where all her relationships went wrong. This is great. This is Chandler Massey's second time travel movie in the Hallmark
I
verse.
do like time travel.
No. Wait. Hold on. This is like his third because his last year one was like a sliding doors kind of thing.
Yes, that's right.
So this is like
That's all he can do.
This is his jam.
He's been
I am so excited for this.
Typecasted as time travel guy.
As time-
Hallmark time travel guy.
I love it. Though he's the one that got away, is what he is. He's the one that got away.
He's usually the best friend, right? Isn't that what he usually is?
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe he could be a best friend in this. Maybe the crush is not.
boy.
We don't know.
we'll find out.
We hope there's really great 90s references. This is
If not-
the year of my high school graduation, so I expect great things from this movie.
I'm a big 90s
I'm
fan.
going to be very hard on this movie,
It's got to represent 90s.
but we'll see.
All right.